Hello everybody, Dark Phoenix Ninja 92 here, and welcome to my brand new live stream. This, as you can probably tell from the title screen, what the hell is a title scream? God. In any case, this is a live stream of Stellaris. Now, those of you who are here because of my posts on Twitter, I do apologize that I'm not streaming Dark Souls like I initially promised, but I had some technical difficulties. Basically what happened was every single fricking time I tried to open up that game to load it so I could get my stream set up, it would tell me Dark Souls Prepare to Die launcher, or whatever, has stopped responding. And as a result, I could not in any way actually start that game. And if I can't start the game, I can't stream it. But we're going to be playing Stellaris, and as the title of this stream should indicate, we're going to be playing as a hive mind. I have one right here that I'm going to use, but I want to alter a few things about it, I think. First of all, we're not even going to bother with the ship prefix, and you can see, and for some reason, I'm now able to have an additional type of trait point. Let's see here. I'll get rid of sedentary and see if I can find the one I'm after. Well, I'm actually going to pick solitary because of one simple fact. Being a hive mind, the opinion of other species, the opinion of our species doesn't matter because we're not individuals. We're just part of the hive. And that will enable me to pick another thing. Let's see here. What do I want to go for? I think I'm going to pick natural engineers, actually. More engineering output. Because of one simple fact. We are playing a Devouring Swarm, and I'll explain what that means in a second. Anthropoid City. We are a hive mind. A single organism with no discerning thoughts. And all. And if any of our planets are occupied by another empire, the hive-minded pops will start to die. And if we can't take over another empire, then that empire's pops on the planets we take will start to die. Because we will eat them. And the two traits we're picking are divided attention, so we can have more core planets. Because I want to have a few more under my control to directly manage. Beyond that, we're going for Devouring Swarm. This is basically the hive mind version of Fanatic Purifiers for non-hive minds. And as a result of us picking this, we get some buffs to our army and navy damage, and this also, so basically with this, we think all aliens are delicious and we want to eat them. I'm also going to change from projectile weapons to missile weapons. I never use missile weapons, and I just feel like it. But we're also gonna switch to hyperspace travel. I enjoy having hyperspace travel. Oh, what is it with traits? Apparently we can't be solitary and a hive mind. That's not allowed. So they did get to that. And we can't be deviants either. I'll go with fleeting. My leaders will not live quite as long. So that should work out well enough. And save the Crises Swarm. We are going to be playing a large galaxy, 800 stars, 4 arms. No advanced AI starts because, in my experience, at least for me, starting with advanced AI tends to screw you over. Maximum of 2 fallen empires, and we will force everyone to be on hyperdrive. But I'm not going to play on Iron Man, because if RNG nonsense screws me over, I reserve the right to reload. So without further ado, let's get started. And so, at the dawn of time, we awoke. The mind studied our surroundings on Yaibar Prime with a multitude of eyes. We moved as one, building shelters for the drones, developing industry, researching new technologies, and harnessing the resources of the land. Soon we had grown to encompass the entire world. A small number of autonomous drones were created to serve as independent agents. These more formidable drones had the capacity for limited free thought, but were still as inexorably bound to the will of the mind as any of its other instruments. As we achieved complete dominion over Yaibar Prime, the mind became aware of other worlds orbiting other suns. The most intelligent of our autonomous drones devised new methods of travel, enabling us to cross the vast distances between the stars. The Crises Swarm will soon grow. Let us begin. So, as always, my first order of business is to survey my home system. But at the same time, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to want to grow quickly. So I will spend the resources on clearing the tile blockers over this energy and food, as we want those resources. And I will get myself a second science ship to start surveying. And it appears the only planet within reach that's colonizable is one we don't have the ability to do so with yet. At least I believe that's the case. Also, if anyone has any feedback about how loud the sound is or anything, pipe up. I'm interested in hearing what you have to say. Also, a few little things I should mention that didn't really have a decent place to be brought up before. This stream is using the 1.7.3 beta, so if anything weird happens during this, it is a beta, so bear that in mind. Also, this is probably not going to be every week, because I've decided recently... Oh crap, I didn't start my research. Solar panel network... Military Academy... Fusion missiles. Because we're hostile towards everyone, we need to head right for military tech. There's my second science ship. Leader experience gain. I'll take that. Autonomous Drone 55. Who's piloting Seeker Drone 2. Survey over here for me. My other drone can keep at it for the time being. Oops, I kind of screwed up the order I told you to do that in. Because doing it like that, they would have had to go back around and revisit an old system again. Which is a little bit aggravating to do. Have it. Just survey some more. That drone can take that bit. We haven't found much in our home system. A couple of things of minerals. That's it. Fortunately, our home world has some decent stuff on it. It's still going to be several years before we have another drone on the home world. Okay. 40% failure risk. I'm a little paranoid about that, so I'm not going to be risking it just yet. Anomaly found. And definitely not 60%. Don't even joke about that. The discovery of alien life. The Seeker Drone 2 has made a startling find on Habrak 1A. The moon is teeming with alien life. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Ybar Prime. This amazing discovery has silenced those who believed we were alone in the universe. Although none of the alien creatures found on Habrak 1A are sentient, it is likely only a matter of time before we encounter beings that are. Apparently, even a swarm has to worry about habitability. Pity that. That's one reason why I'm looking forward to the up-and-coming next update to Stellaris. The habitability changes that make it so that it's possible to colonize planets that are at about 20 or 30% habitability. Then, my swarm would be able to spread quicker. To a certain degree. Obviously. And I am going to start building some more Corvettes. So that the swarm can continue to grow. Speaking of swarm, you know, if I can find it, I'm probably going to add a mod to my game that can reskin my Empire ships to look like the ones from the Praetorian Scourge, or to look like Zerg. Both would be pretty cool. In fact, I might do a construction swarm game at some point. Here's our mining station done. Now, I mentioned this before, but with us playing as a swarm, our primary objective in the galaxy is to find sentient life and eat it. Because we think everyone is delicious. And want to have a lovely, lovely feast. Abandoned amusement park. Gain some research and a science trait. As well as our autonomous drone leveled up. $20 months on army upkeep. 41-39 respectively on missiles and solar panel network. And I need that solar panel network. Whenever it turns up first, I always get that first, because being able to gain access to more resources, or more energy specifically, even when I have less of it on my home world than I'd like, is quite handy. Continue the survey mission.
Construction complete.
2 survey things left for the drone in our home system. It's time to queue up a few more. Let's get on it. Survey here, 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 here. Okay, that was a bit of a screw up. I do not want to be doing all of this. I kind of messed up the direction thing for that. So let me see. You go there, there. There, 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 there. And then you can go like this. Why did I tell you to move there instead of survey? That was dumb. Do that. And we'll keep on our survey mission over there. But yes, 2 science ships, twice as fast to discover what's out there. At least that's the hope. And we're looking into the first colonizable world we've seen thus far. It's a pretty small planet, but
System survey complete.
better than nothing. Even though it would have been nice to find like a size 20 Gaia world right next to me. That's unlikely, and I very rarely have anything like that happen to me. If a colony has energy on it, go build there. We need more energy. Because since my main goal is to eat everyone we come across, we're going to have to maintain a large navy. And that is expensive in terms of energy. In fact, if my current game that I'm running by myself as a fanatical purifier with a bunch of Star Wars mods is anything to go by, we're going to be hemorrhaging energy every time my fleet is not docked. And what's that? Looks like 3 colonizable worlds nearby. 14, 18, and 12. I might get the more distant ones first, just in case. If there's a nearby system that contains an enemy or a potential enemy, they won't be able to get to it first. So I'm thinking colonize that place. Should put this one inside our borders. And then I colonize either that one or that one. That's my idea right now, anyhow. I don't know if it will pan out. And I'm gonna kick it up to fast. Because right now we're in the early game. The slow early game. Where not much is happening. So having it on fast, or in some very rare cases, very fast, is nothing to worry over. And yes, this planet's looking nice. Not much on
complete. It. Anomaly found.
Take a peek at our anomaly. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this moon. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon.
System survey complete.
That system has been fully surveyed. Entering hyperlane. Yeah, I have to admit, hyperdrive is my favorite type of FTL in this game. Though I'm fairly certain that part of the reason why I like it so much is just because I am a massive Star Wars fanboy. At least of the old expanded universe. Fuck Disney's new shit. And may it burn in hell. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but I'm not a fan of it. And I consider The Force Awakens to be the worst movie ever made. Based on third-hand information, of course. I never watched it, but a friend of mine did. And according to them, it was inconsistent with a bunch of stupid throwbacks to the originals and stealing things. Quite literally.
System survey complete.
So don't even bring the topic up with me unless you want to be subject to a rant. Limbo. A signal originates on the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the Hive drone to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What Science Officer Autonomous Drone 32 found was a cavernous vault that, while easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race of aliens. Reasonably technologically advanced, it seems they never reached for the stars and perished to some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that the Hive drone has determined to be data storage devices. A special project has been prepared to decode their contents.
Situation log updated.
I'm sure I'll get to it eventually, but it's not exactly a priority for me right now. And our scientists that we have in the system, for that matter, neither of our scientists are good enough to pull it off. Huh. Well, I'm going to start with my traditions now, and as I have a tendency to do, I'm going to start with expansion. Expand our ability to colonize better. And by picking it, we get one additional pop on a starting colony. And when we finish it, we can have an additional 2 core systems. So we'll be able to go up to 8 systems that we own. Which is a very nice thing to have. Being able to directly control more systems is always very handy.
System survey complete.
And of course, completing it will also give us access to an Ascension perk. And I know the one I'm going to pick. Yes, we will survey more habitable
Situation
worlds.
log
Shut up.
updated.
As I was saying, the one I always pick for Ascension perks at the beginning is, and I do not currently remember what the name is. Let's check technological ascendancy to boost my research speed. Anyways, the Eurasian Concordate. We've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Kahines 5. From what we've translated so far of their language, we've learned that these aliens called themselves the Eurasian Concordate. They were an interstellar power and held sway over this region of the galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. They appear to have been 6-limbed mammalians, and there are several references to some sort of plague called the Devouring Pox, which swept across their empire with devastating results, possibly leading to their extinction.
Situation log updated.
That is our precursor event, so the Eurasian Concordate is basically, to me, what the Protheans are to the Mass Effect universe, or the Forerunners to the Halo universe. Army upkeep minus 10%. We can build military academies. Oh, excellent. And I'm getting growth speed so that we can get citizens on our worlds faster than before. And what is this? A 25-sized tropical world. Why, thank you. I'm generous. That's 12. I think I'm gonna get the size 18 one first, then that size 25. And we'll plonk down a colony ship right here. And I am going to be shamelessly referencing various science fiction series throughout this. So this, our first world, is going to be Zion. Yes, my first reference is to the quote-unquote last safe place in the world from the Matrix. We have encountered a primitive civilization on Nichash in the Kahines system. They seem to be experiencing the equivalent of a renaissance, having recently left the medieval age behind them. Scientific knowledge is spreading rapidly, And the armies of their petty kingdoms are equipped with crude gunpowder-based projectile weapons. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. We could... Alpine world. What's my habitability? 30%. Well, pity that. I'm going to see if I unlock a technology anytime soon that lets me boost habitability in general and get it to at least 40%. Then I will be invading that planet and eating the populace, I think. The scientific community on Yaibar Prime is excited to receive the report on intelligent alien life. They may not be capable of spaceflight, but the aliens of the Hive drone are quantifiably intelligent, and their society shows all the hallmarks of a moderately advanced culture. Prominent xenologists know that this is an excellent opportunity to study a society, perhaps not unlike the ones we have previously only found ancient remains of. Yes, study them. Specifically, we can study how they would taste if they become a meal for us, which of course they will. After all, they must be tasty, otherwise they wouldn't exist. As we all know, the only reason aliens exist is to be delicious. At least in the minds of the Chrysalis Hive. And to those of you who don't get the reference, the Chrysalid Hive name comes from one of the alien species in XCOM. Oh damn. The mineral composition of Gurtab 1A does not match projections. We'll research it, it's only 10% failure. But as I was saying, we didn't get around to building a power plant when that finished. So I'll do that now. Yeah, that is one thing that kind of irks me sometimes. I really wish Stellaris would give me notifications for things like this. If a pop on one of my planets finishes growing, let's say, then I want to get a notification about that. Because chances are I had plans to use that pop for something specific, at least in the early game. That's the kind of thing I want a notification for, really. Teachings of Warriors. Across the barren fields of Gurtab 1A, there are indications of old battles being fought. Beneath the lifeless ground, our researchers on the Seeker Drone 2 have found bones, talent shards, and most surprisingly, a container filled with documents. Send the documents to our homeworld for translation. You could potentially learn more about this war and who fought in it. It would also be possible to simply sell them off as antiques. I'm going to send them to our homeworld. Get a special project, finish in 66 months. That one will take quite a while to complete. And it would delay my growth speed enhancement. I don't want to do that. Let's see here. Policies and edicts. What do I have available? Physics, side, engineering, research, and grants. I can do one of those. That's it. power plant. Our next one right here is going to go over food. We will build another farm so that our people can eat.
Complete.
And that is my colony ship done. Colony ship Hive Founder. An apt name, considering they're going off to found another hive. And then, I think, once we get the minerals for a second one, I'm going to found a colony over here, on the size 25 tropical world. Oh. Maybe a size 25, but there's plenty of tile blockers. That's going to be a bit of a pain, honestly. I'm hoping it doesn't take me too long to unlock the ability to clear some of those and make better use of some of their resources. Okay, let's see. Establishing my colony.
Research complete. Colonization in progress.
I'll get to the colony in a second. We have our solar panel network. Power plant 2. Since we're going to be hostile to basically everyone, we need to ensure that our resources are in a good place, so that we don't get screwed over by having insufficient minerals or energy. First chrysalid colony. And I introduce you to Zion, everyone. Our in-progress
System
colony.
survey complete.
And this is one thing that's changed sometime in the updates to Stellaris, though I couldn't tell you when. It now takes 2 years instead of 1 year to fully establish a colony. And so we're running into quite a few habitable worlds near us. It's proving to be a veritable gold mine in terms of that. Thought the planet was a gas giant, and it turned out to be a barren planet. Interesting, I suppose. But yeah, we've found quite a few habitable worlds near us. Let's see. For the time being, I think we can hold off on a second colony. Near enough, we don't have to worry about someone else yoinking them. And I want to have at least a half-decent fleet when we meet up with our first meal.
System survey complete.
Okay. The area system is done. Resources and a lot of these systems. This one here has 10 minerals. Nice. Very nice. Okay, initial analysis of the asteroid's composition points towards potentially interesting finds. 10% fail risk, we'll research it. All of of our researchers working on the actual research have leveled up. Precursor activity was basically what that one said. And that asteroid we were researching, it used to be a planet. So that adds some minerals to it. I know I'm sort of glossing over some of these. That's because personally I find something rather dull to read multiple times. Okay then.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Zanderbond system. And Yaibar Prime has finished building our new warships. Disease control. Debris from what must have been a massive orbital installation has been discovered above Pollux 2A. Artifact recovered amongst the debris confirming this space station served as the headquarters of the Irasian Concordate's Authority of Disease Control some 1.2 million years ago. The Irasians were far more susceptible to alien diseases than most known species. The budget of their public health institute nearly rivaled that of their military. Despite this, surviving records show that their entire species perished from the Jorvian pox.
Situation log updated.
We don't have a scientist with skill 5 or higher, so that will have to wait. Research is still in progress. That's an arid world. I don't remember what my habitability is like for arid. I'm sure we can check that among species. Arid's only 20%. Actually, this is something I forgot to do before. We should set the default rights for the citizens of other species. Purge type processing. And then processed nutrient-rich food. Am I looking at that wrong? I must be. Pause. Don't see anything about purge policy. Huh. Oh well. Just leave everything as is. Maybe it's the thing with being a swarm, where we can only eat members of the species. Alright. That is it. I'm an idiot. Wonder we can't change that. Devouring Swarm is required to eat other species they encounter. Basically, that must be the reason. Okay. When Zion finishes, I'm going to grab up this colony here. And then this one here. finally, I'll get our size 12 tropical world there. That will mean that we have 5 worlds out of 6. Then I can work on getting spaceports above each of them, as well as getting access to resources near me. And maybe plunk down a frontier outpost or two. I'm not entirely sure.
System survey complete.
That system's been surveyed. We have energy and quite a few minerals there. As well as that orbital station. "9 months until we can take something else." That's over here. I know the order I usually take stuff for expansion, which is not going to change.
Complete.
There we go. Our research into fusion missiles is done. Next, I'm going to get nano-composite armor, because we want to be able to add armor to our ships. It's going to take a while. But oh well. I don't remember which place in the tree, in the Unity trees I get it from, but one thing I'm looking forward to gaining access to is a very particular edict, which will lower the cost of building colony ships. Because being able to build them for cheaper means I can set up more colonies and not have to spend basically all of my money on one every time I build it. Because it knocks the cost of a colony ship down to about 230 or so. And I know what I'm going to call this one. Kashyyyk. Despite the fact there won't be any Wookiees living there, that's going to be Kashyyyk. And Zion is almost finished, which will bump up our minerals to about 10 again, as we're spending 8 per month on setting up this colony. Over the course of about 2 years.
Colony established.
And there's Zion. We're up to about 12. We'll plunk you down there. When I get the money, I'll give them a base hydroponics farm. Ancient life pod. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Jermor 4, and is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the Hive drone managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Punched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Interesting, but we can't eat them, so who cares? Unless you're suggesting the swarm engage in the devouring of corpses. To which I would have to say absolutely not. We may be a swarm. And we may have made it our goals to eat all life in the galaxy, but we have standards. Come on.
System survey complete.
Okay. Moving on to the next system there. That way. Yaibar Prime, how you doing? Oops. We need you there, and you there. And I'll build another hydroponics farm here to make sure they stay in good state, all of that.
Construction complete.
And then when I have the resources, I'm going to clear out this industrial wasteland. Which reminds me of one thing I was thinking of during a recent playthrough as a different swarm. Why the hell would the homeworld of a hive mind have slums? That doesn't make any sense.
Research complete.
Do the hive minds even understand the concept of slums? One wouldn't think so. You'd think if people were taking up that much space and not contributing to the overall welfare of the swarm, they would just destroy those drones or use their hive mind powers to force them to contribute better. And it doesn't make any sense to me, really. But our growth speed modifier is done. I think dangerous wildlife would be or removal even, would be the next best thing. So we have a couple of planets with stuff like that on it. Oh, and according to Twitch, I have some more people watching the stream now, so hello. If you have any suggestions, or the audio's too loud or anything, feel free to chime in. But just keep in mind, I'm not always going to be looking at the chat because I have to Alt-Tab to see it. Because I only have one monitor. There's our tradition stuff. I'm going for colonization fever to get more unity every time. And next it'll be courier network, so that each increase costs slightly less than it otherwise would. Now, Zion. Still not anywhere close to having that next pop. Well, and bumping us back up to fast again.
Anomaly found.
Okay. A large impact crater has been discovered that does not seem to be a natural occurrence. Research it. 20% isn't bad failure risk, after all.
Construction complete.
Other than that, Yaibar Prime is finished building that colony ship. We'll have another colony on the go very soon. Why take that route? This one would seem to be a lot shorter. I do not understand logic sometimes. Yaibar Prime's finished its surface construction. A new metal. Detailed surface scans of Gemorph 6 have identified a large impact crater containing the wreckage of several ancient starships of unknown design. And the ships appear to be completely devoid of life support systems, leading us to suspect they were either unusually large drones or contained some form of artificial intelligence. Interestingly, the hull of the ships was constructed out of living metal, an exceedingly rare and inorganic material with many unique properties. This metal can be programmed to assume a certain shape or form, and it will slowly regrow if damaged. Over a period of several millennia, the surviving metal from the wrecked ships was fused into a large and extremely dense deposit that could potentially be mined for centuries to come. Jomar 6 gains living metal discovered, +5 engineering, and we get the living metal tech research option. Very handy, considering we have a couple of colonies nearby. We should be able to claim that area fairly easily. Aw, everyone's gone again. Sad face. Clearing that away to give us access to this particular research option. And a power plant over there is going to be our next choice, I think. Bump it down to normal speed, I think. And our colony ship here, or Hive Founder, as it's called, which I really like the name. The Hive Founder 2 is en route to establish our colony of Kashyyyk, which has a ring around it. I find that kind of cool, that Kashyyyk in this universe is going to have a ring.
System survey complete.
The Benami system. Oh. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Captain Shack's Let's Play of Stellaris over on the XP Gamers channel. And the Benami system is one that comes up in a couple of different places, so that reminded me of that.
Colonization in progress.
There we go. Establish Kashyyyk. Which will plunk down 2 pops. What's this? There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. We will research it, because there's literally no chance of failure. So I don't have a reason to not research it.
Tile blocker cleared.
You can do your research there, and do that. Tile blockers been cleared on Zion, or Yaibar Prime, sorry. So I'll move this drone over there. Set up a basic science lab, so we can start sciencing some more. Also build a base power plant to get some more power. And this drone I'm moving on to one of the food tiles. From the looks of it, it's going to be a while for 2 of our 3 researches. So I'm going to do the thing that I was contemplating earlier. Enable engineering research grants. It will make our engineering research a lot faster, but the other researches will slow down a bit. But since we're going to be trying to eat the universe, and engineering research is mostly what the military technology comes under, I think it's worth it. Russian mining base. A series of deep boreholes on the surface of Sarakilis 2A are all that remains of the Eurasian mining operation that was active on this world. Some 1.2 billion years ago, the Hive drone has conducted a thorough surface scan. We have yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities.
Situation log updated.
And of course, our ruler is immortal, by virtue of being the leader of a hive mind. Perks of leading the all-seeing and all-knowing hive. You get eternal life. You see, Voldemort? That's what you should have done. Screw Horcruxes. Just found your own hive mind, and you can get immortality that way. Let's hope no Dark Lords are watching this live stream, or we could have some problems. Yeah. And Anakin, if you wanted to stop Padme from dying, you should have just made her part of a hive mind. Best solution ever. This toxic and lifeless world appears to have once been inhabited by a moderately advanced pre-space civilization. The ruins of their cities are still strewn across the surface. And again, we will research it. No reason not to. And it's a very toxic world. Pre-space flight, huh? I'm guessing they nuked the hell out of each other or something to that effect. It does seem to be the only thing that would really make sense. They nuked each other dead. Extremely dead. Not just a little dead. Very dead. Also, thoughts on my food stockpiling. Right now, I have it set to minimal stockpiles, so build up 200 food stockpile at once. That is in my edicts here. I could change it to balanced or large until this can start having problems. There's a little more breathing room, and I'm considering doing that. Nuclear devastation. Our survey of that planet has revealed that it used to be a pristine continental moon with a mild climate as little as 1,000 years ago. In stark contrast, the atmosphere today is extremely toxic. A surface highly irradiated, the world has long since lost the ability to support life. It detected signs that the moon was the scene of an incredibly destructive thermonuclear war waged between factions of a relatively advanced indigenous spaceflight species. Belgium, they nuked the shit out of each other. You see, this is why we need to eat all life in the galaxy. They can't be trusted to continue on, because they'll all nuke each other dead. At least if we eat them, they won't have to bathe in radiation all the time or murder each other. They can just provide us with nutrition, and we will rule the galaxy and be happy.
Construction complete.
Of course, that brings to mind the little thought of, if we nuke them all dead, sorry, getting my thoughts mixed up here. If we go ahead and eat all life in the galaxy, then after we've eaten all life in the galaxy, where are we going to find our food that we consider delicacies? We can't get by on whatever we grow on farms
System survey
after we'll have eaten life for that long. That is not going to fly with the people. So, we're going to have to look into genetic engineering. We'll have to genetically engineer a species of food. They exist solely to be consumed by us. That's it. We're going to have to grow to make our own aliens so that we can then eat them. It's the only logical conclusion, even though it isn't logical in the slightest. I still say it is logical, even though it isn't. Yes, I'm messing with you on that front, but I think we are going to have to make aliens to eat in order to get to. Sorry for the pause there. There was some very strange noise that I heard, and I have no idea what it was. That kind of distracted me for a second. But at the moment, we're doing well for the early game, and I think we need to get our happiness on one of two things. But first, I'm going to put the Kashyyyk planet in the Kashyyyk system. And planet Zion will go in the system. No, actually Ziamon works for a name. But, as I was saying, there's some bizarre noise that distracted me, but right now, what I think we're going to need is to either, one, boost our habitability, and two, boost our habitability by another 40% or so, or 20 or 30 at least, so that we can colonize basically any world out there that's colonizable. Which will make it a lot simpler to colonize worlds like this, because happiness does not affect the hive. We'll have to either do that, or gain access to terraforming technologies. And yes, things are going slow at the moment. This is the very early game. So I'm afraid the early stuff is always going to be a bit slow. I'll put you there and clear out this sprawling slum. And again, why does a hive mind have a sprawling slum on its home world? That doesn't seem to make any sense. We're receiving a weak signal from the surface of the planet. It appears to be a tracking beacon of some kind. Go for it. It's no chance to fail. They're almost done in that system. "24, 23 months left on nanocomposite armor, and 2 left on power plant level 2.
Tile blocker cleared.
Okay. Survey marker and more resources. Yay. Those two I'll get when I need to. Not bothered about it right now. Okay. I think we're good for food for the time being. No real need. So I will put up a basic mine. Also, to those of you in the chat who are watching this, and apparently keep popping in and out, what are your thoughts? Okay, I'm just gonna put that in the chat since someone's gonna reply. Let's see. You'll hear me typing. There we go. I can continue now. And as I said before, if you have any tips or anything for how to quote-unquote play better, go ahead and share. I'm certainly not the best at this game, nor have I ever pretended to be. So we'll get a fusion reactor because I'm eventually going to pick up energy shields.
System survey complete.
Or deflectors, rather, to stick on my ships. And when that happens, let's grab 2 corvettes while we're at it. And start upgrading the power plants on Yaibar Prime. As I was saying, when we...
Construction complete.
Oh god, I forgot what I was saying. I am an idiot. Yes, we'll stick you over there on physics for when you finish. Yeah, dear god, I can't even remember what I was saying.
Colony established.
Idiotic in the extreme. There's Kashyyyk.
System survey
Size
complete.
14 tropical world over here is going to be the next place we colonize. I really want to get the ability to clear either dense jungles or noxious swamps soon, though. But we're still working
complete.
on being able to clear out dangerous wildlife. Well, that may take a bit. Yeah. Another scientist level up. Then once they finish with that, we'll start continuing down this galactic arm. I'm surprised we haven't found anything yet, to be perfectly honest. Let's see. Alpine World. And yeah, to be able to own that place, I would only need another 10% habitability. Anyhow.
System survey complete.
Let's keep at it. That system's still surveying. We can do those at a later date. I'm seeing what looks to be a military installation. Alien space station. New continental preference world. That, and then I will get tradition cost. Actually, right now, I'm going to start building up a bit of a ground assault force.
Situation log updated.
Theta aliens. I want at least 3, if not 4 armies on my home world. I don't recognize that space station. But I'm thinking pre-space flight aliens? Perhaps, and that looks like another empire. First contact may be coming sooner than we think. And indeed it is. Yes. Fook. That empire. It's right over there. Okay. Corporate union, blah blah blah. And let's see. Greetings. No, I should actually read it. I speak for Chief Executive Officer Dussel and the wealthy elite of the Abaddon Corporate Union. I'm always looking for new trading partners, and hopefully we can come to some sort of a combination that will benefit both our benefit the commerce of both our nations. Greetings, Obandans. You look tasty. You look very tasty. Aww. Those worlds there that I was looking at. We can't gain access to them until we eat them. These folks over here. And we need a war fleet of at least 1,000 before we can manage that. Well, it's a good thing we started building up when we did. And they are slaving despots. I already don't like them. But our science ship should be back soon. There we go. You can research there and there. Our first few. Luckily for us, luckily indeed, we have access to a route around those people, at least until they expand and block it off. So I'm going to take advantage of that.
Complete.
Our armor has been researched. We can research living metal. We want megastructure build speed, monthly hull regen. No. Next, unlock space torpedoes or engineering facility. I'm going for engineering facility to be able to research our engineering stuff faster by building them. So first, build that. Over here.
Special project complete.
Okay, the vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. And Science Officer Autonomous Drone 32 asserts that the huge blocks of ternary, I'm not sure which, code found in the databanks are neural images, digitized brain scans. Doubtless, the aliens of Kahines 4A considered this to be their only shot at any kind of survival, following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the possibly small hope that eventually someone else would have these means. Let dead aliens lie because it gives us more research options, or more research points, rather.
System survey complete.
Oh balls, they're taking more territory. Well, of course they are, but even so.
Situation log updated.
Don't care. You finish your business over there, and I'm going to be doing some surveying on this arm.
Construction complete.
Provided these idiots don't block me off or something. Let's see. We're going to continue to build up and expanding our resource gathering, I think. We'll keep at it. And this system is incredibly valuable in resources and minerals, as well as a decent amount of science. I think when we have the means, we plonk down a frontier outpost in the Sarakas system.
System survey complete.
Tundra world. Not something that we have the means to colonize.
Complete.
After investigating the boreholes on Sarakas 2A, our archaeologists found the fossilized remains of over 100 Irasian miners at the bottom of one of them. They appear to be more victims of the Devouring pox that brought about the fall of the Irasian Concordat. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, our comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the moon was evacuated. An interesting find, and we gained one artifact. 1 out of 6. Once we're capable of researching that orbital station,
Anomaly
it can
found.
go up to 2 out of 6. Impressive structures litter Grumman 1's surface, practically begging for some archaeological work. Go for it. It's not like there's much of a failure risk. 10%? I need to keep growing my energy and mineral outputs. Grumman 1 is uninhabited and uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Okay, so basically it has cool stuff all over it. I'll image them for the archives. Get some engineering research. Plus, from personal experience, I'm aware that other option tends to start to make you a bit more of a xenophile, which would be completely worthless for us because we want to eat the galaxy. And ethics don't matter to hive minds, so that would be worthless. They're equivalent to us. I don't like equivalent. I like overwhelming superiority. It's much better. Much, much better.
System survey complete.
180. Frontier outpost.
Situation updated.
What are we getting? Something that doesn't like us much.
Evading hostile fleet.
So, continue on our way. Outpost, please. There's a resource in this region that I need access to. And I don't want our neighbors to get them.
Research complete.
Engineering facility, check. Now, we go for an improved spaceport. To be able to get larger ships with bigger guns. Mining network. Yes, please. And then we'll build another mining network. It's from them. I should just declare them my rival and be done with it. And they responded in kind. Can't say I'm surprised, really. That outpost and get me some more resources I can access.
Evading hostile fleet. Evading hostile fleet.
I know how we approach this. Turn you on to passive. Survey that. Survey that. Survey that. Survey that. And we'll go from there. Let me see. Basic mine. Basic hydroponics farm. And we'll put you there with a basic power plant. How's Zion doing? You need your basic science lab. That requires a little more energy. Sorry, did I say energy? No. Requires a little more in the way of minerals first.
System survey complete.
Now I need to clear these away.
Research complete.
Basic science lab. We've unlocked our tile blockers. Frontier clinic grows our pops faster. Instead, I'm gonna get biolab. Giving away one tile. And I want to clear away the last one. So that we can have a reasonable population. It's on my home planet.
Tile blocker cleared.
It's not a priority.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Interesting discoveries to be found. Okay. And I'll have an engineering facility there. We have the money to set up here. Right, once I have it. Once we hit next month.
Construction complete.
And there's quite a few more systems. Including this one, which contains resources formerly being exploited. That's why I'm now rivals. Now, there's going to be quite a bit minerals to build all of this. So that's a plan, though. I wonder why I can't say that I just want to build the mineral mining stations or energy mining stations, rather than both, when I'm right-clicking on the system, because that would be very handy. Okay, what now? Pop growth speed next. To be able to grow our population faster on those worlds. Bump us down to normal.
Construction
Start
complete.
building on that. Kashyyyk. Doing well. Go for it. They're still
System
equivalent
survey
to us.
complete.
Okay. Bump that down to normal speed as opposed to fast. Losing some influence from a frontier outpost. Oh well. Time to do a proper save, I think. And this has been going for about 15 years in game time. So I think I'm going to call a close to this live stream here. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see another different live stream, then you can catch me at about 2 p.m. on Sunday, where I will be doing City Skylines. Hope to see you then. And then so long. I'll try to have this VOD up on my YouTube channel as soon as I get a chance, but I